Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Yeah. Welcome to brand new episode of Untitled Podcast. It's your boy John. My guy Dev in the back is in the front. And my co-host Bree is in the back.
I'm sick, guys. I'm sick.
The wife is not feeling good. She dealing with toddler problems, but we gonna hold it down for her.
Fuck you. Put in the comments if you believe adults still get ear infections.
I mean, you can believe it. It's a fact. I'm just saying those are toddler issues.
Well, let it be known if you feel like toddlers could get. I mean, I said toddlers, adults could get ear infections. We'll hear your feedback.
Yeah, if you are pro adult ear infections, drop a comment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, definitely like, comment, subscribe. Let's get some sad news, man. As we get older, man, our childhood continues to take hits.
Full circle, bro.
Hits after hits.
Full circle, man.
Yeah, man.
It's unfortunate. It's a crazy thing, crazy moment in life. And so that's why, I continue to talk. Because, we lost a legend.
No, we definitely don't mind unless there's a service interruption.
Hey, I would keep going, bro. I would keep going. I got you. I got you, bro. I got you.
We lost one of the guys from TV. Like, have you ever stayed home?
We lost one of the guys, man.
Back in the 90s, stayed home from school.
Yeah.
Ain't have nothing to watch during the weekday. There was no cartoons on during the weekday. We had no YouTube, none of that. So you had to watch what was on. And my guy, Jerry, man.
Jerry.
I wasn't allowed to watch Jerry.
Jerry Springer?
I wasn't allowed to watch Jerry Springer.
Nah, bro. We was watching Jerry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wild stuff on that show.
Jerry Springer is the beginning of reality TV. Like the craziness that we see in reality TV that was like, oh, this is wild. Man, Jerry was doing the transgendered triplet midget sleeping with the brother.
What you call it? The episode would be like my man doesn't know that I was a man or something like.
Word, that is.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there's an episode where they had like a whole guess. They had like a whole bunch of women. It was like, guess which one was born a man, and they had to like really. I'm not gonna lie.
Him and Maury used to do that. Like, guess if this a man shit. They used to do like. They used to do random shit like that. Him and Maury all the time, but Jerry definitely was like the god of this shit. Like, getting the crowd involved in shit, crowd running up on the stage, fighting, showing themselves, exposing themselves. You got Steve Wilkos and the security crew.
Yeah,
whatever and shit.
Look, and Steve Wilkos branched off to his own shit. It's a continuation of Jerry. As long as that stays successful, it's a continuation.
Yeah, the Jerry universe, man. Jerry definitely. If you had those days where you got fake sick and you got to stay home, you catching some Jerry. You definitely making sure you watch.
That was really watching some Jerry Springer. That had some young kids watching that crazy ass shit.
I'm really happy I didn't watch none of that. But yeah.
Nah, bro, I used to be crying laughing watching Jerry Springer.
Oh my! Guess what the trans?
I used to be. I didn't even know at this time what none of this stuff even meant. Like, it was like, my stepdaughter is sleeping with my husband who's a trans. Like, you're like, oh yeah.
What was the movie he had?
Yeah, he had the Jerry Springer movie with Marie Presley, that actress. And she was sleeping with her mother's boyfriend or husband and stuff like that. Like he had a whole Jerry Springer movie, bro.
Shit, his
Like,
episode on the Wayans Brothers was legendary too. When he was on the Wayans Brothers.
Oh yeah, yo, one of the best Wayans Brothers episode. Shit, he was in Austin Powers. Like, remember him and Dr. Evil was fighting and shit. Like, Jerry, like, when it comes to our culture, like culture at that time, Jerry was synonymous. Like, Jerry was a pinnacle part of.
He definitely left his mark and impacted us.
Yeah, man, that's losing a legend. That's losing truly a Hollywood. Hollywood TV.
I say, yeah,
legend.
I don't know about Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not Hollywood, but
TV legend.
Everybody in Hollywood know who he is, though.
That's the facts.
Everybody know who Jerry Springer is, and I know people in other countries looking like, look at these stupid Americans and shit, but entertained because.
You know what's funny?
Jerry was that guy.
I googled Jerry Springer. Like I googled him. He used to be a mayor before all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Never knew that.
Got a whole career in politics. Like, he had a whole career in politics. That's why after Jerry Springer, he had the Judge Show.
Yeah, I see he had the Judge Show. What?
Like, Jerry Springer, that ass was in politics before he got his show. How he did that transition, how they allowed him to be like, hey, you should. Did he pitch the idea or did somebody pitch it to him? Like
he had a whole midlife identity change. Like, yeah, this shit ain't for me.
Like,
I'm about TV.
Yeah, like I don't know if he was like an eccentric politician, and they saw his personality on as like how he dealt with laws and things of that nature. And once he like probably stopped or lost, they like, hey Jerry, we got an idea for a show for you. But the best thing to happen to him, because that shit is legendary, man. I don't think nobody can do what Jerry. I don't even do they. I know for a while when we was in college, they were still shooting like episodes because they moved to Connecticut.
Jerry had moved to Connecticut at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, and so do we continue on with the Jerry show in honor of Jerry? Do we bring it back?
It's a little tough. TV's a little tough nowadays. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm saying. Not in this society.
It could. Listen. A Jerry Springer type show is prime to with all the shit that's going on. It could feast. It's just the fact that
that's what I'm saying.
It's just too many outlets and people's not really watching TV like they used to.
Right. Yeah, but they don't have to live on TV no more. They don't, because there's so many ways we consume entertainment. It could be a talk show like show strictly on streaming, on YouTube, on Twitch or something like. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of places where it could be housed.
Of course. And a clip could go viral and be like, yo, I gotta watch this whole episode. What the fuck is going on? I gotta see where the fuck this come from.
Especially when they got all these bullshit like the Bad Boys Club, the Bad Girls House, the Bad Boys House. Like, all that is all brands of Jerry.
My question is, did anybody find how he died? Because I'm looking for it.
I think he was diagnosed with cancer. He got sick.
Oh, wow.
He got sick. When I seen it, I think he was diagnosed with cancer. He wasn't feeling well, and then I don't think they said what specific cancer, but he apparently was diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Man.
Pancreatic cancer.
Prayers to Jerry Springer, family, estate, friends. We will definitely miss you, Jerry. You are a icon in American culture. Your brand will forever be remembered. So, shout out to my nigga Jerry. Rest up, King.
All
We
peace
see
and
you
legend,
there.
man.
We see you later.
Till next time.
Jerry Spring gonna be in having starting fights and shit.
Yo. This is
entertaining our Jesus Christ himself.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Jerry, man.
Jerry's that guy, man. Good times, man. Life was so good back in those sour times.
Simpler times.
Now let's get into this interesting / I'm not gonna say funny, but the way it just all went about was just crazy. So this man in Texas had a date, went out on the date, and in the midst of him going on this date, they go into the spot. He ended up getting scammed out of $40. Leaves the date inside, come back outside, ends up killing the person that scammed him over $40, and goes back to the date and acts like nothing happened. That sounds like a Texas story. Another place I can see that happening at is in Florida, but it definitely sounds like a Texas story.
No, that definitely sounds like nigga went right back to eating a steak. Like ain't nothing happened.
Makes sense.
I mean, that 40, when you down to your last, man, that 40 be stretching niggas 2 weeks, until that next chest come. Niggas that 40 be vital to survival. Now, I want to make jokes about it because, rest in peace to the person that was harmed in this situation. But I know how vital that 40 can be.
Damn, what?
When you down to your last, how you can stretch that 40. So
it seems like that 40. I should go beat up Amazon and Disney Plus.
Because they take that 40.
And Apple, they take that $9.99 and
Apple just took some money from me today.
What they took money from you?
I don't even know. I gotta look. It said $14.
They be scamming people.
And I be feeling like Apple be charging me $14 like 3 times in a month.
You gotta go to your subscription.
I be looking like, bro, what? I don't even subscribe to that many fucking things. Like, what are y'all niggas doing? Y'all keep taking money from me. I see Apple $9.99, $14.99. Bro, what are y'all taking? I don't do nothing.
Yeah, it's for us having an iPhone service. Oh, you want to hold on?
Word.
Half the phone.
Bro, I be seeing Apple come up on Chase too many times. I'm like, bro, I got one plan. I got my fucking cloud service, and that's it. Bro, why am I keep getting charged for other shit? And then when I go, you gonna fucking Chase or go to your banking app, it don't tell you specifically what, it just say Apple. Bitch ass niggas, why y'all taking money from me? Like,
well, it doesn't even say what you're being charged for.
Yeah, just say Apple. Like, nigga, miss me, tell me what this shit means. You're supposed
to know why they taking that money out.
It's like, figure it out, nigga. Like,
shit is crazy. But
fuck out of here, man.
The guy in Texas unfortunately scammed the wrong person, and that person took it
that too. Karma is a B, they say, and you got to be careful of how you handle people. You never know what people are going on. Shit, bro might have been on this date trying to get his mind off whatever's troubling him in real life, and then you come try and scam me. I'm trying to enjoy myself. You probably took the little money I had for this date. Like, bro, you playing with the wrong person at the wrong time, and they had to do what they had to do. Again, I don't wish no bad on nobody, but you out here scamming, you ain't no saint. So people just gotta be careful out here how they handling people. I always try to be nice to motherfuckers because I don't know what motherfuckers be on and going through, and I be the one who catch a bullet for somebody else shit. So
you know what's the crazy part? He kills him in the parking lot. Nobody heard the gunshot. Not one soul heard the gunshot. Like, nobody heard.
It's Texas. They hear gunshots all day. That's like fucking birds chirping.
But I just have a question. He went with his last 40 on a date?
Yeah, he went to Applebee's.
Even if you get the 2 for $20,
They went
you
to
can get a drink.
they went to a burger joint.
It comes to like $60.
Well, he probably told her, "Look, baby, I don't drink," and so she knows she like, all right, if he ain't drinking, I ain't drinking, so he could keep it down within the 40 mark and shit.
It's still kind of cheap though, because that means the waiter or
He paid for.
Oh, they ain't getting shit. They ain't getting no tip.
Nah, you heard he paid for her parking and he paid for his parking. That was the scams. Homie told him like, "Yo, you gotta give me $20 for each, and you get your money back when you come out of dinner with a receipt." So he paid for her parking, he paid for his parking. And I guess in the midst of that, he found out.
Bro was lying. Man, that's a unfortunate situation because now I'm pretty sure bro ass locked up.
You know what's the crazy part? In 2017, he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
So stop playing with bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The scammer just chose the wrong person to scam. Unfortunately, like he didn't deserve what happened to him, but he just chose the wrong person to scam.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. The girl dodged a bullet with that one.
Definitely did. Definitely did. That's one day she like, okay, I'm glad this the last one because bro ass obviously a loose cannon.
She was a person of interest, so she had to clear that shit up. Like, yo, I had nothing to do with that.
Right.
She just see herself on the news like, what the fuck?
Right. Because again, he did it, went on a date, they probably left together. And so they see him do what he did, see them come out together and shit. Like, yeah, they together. But I ain't Clyde and shit. Get their you go home after the day you chilling and you see your picture and shit on the news.
Person interested in murder. Like, tell me, when did that happen?
Right. She like, they like, oh yeah, he went outside. You mean when he went to the restroom, he said? He said he was going to the restroom. That nigga went outside and bodied somebody. Crazy world.
Crazy world. We'll get into the podcast world. You know, this is like the podcast era. Everybody's doing their shows, podcasts, coming up with different ideas.
Yeah.
But my guy Cam got a show with Mace. It is what it is. It was called It Is What It Is. It's funny. Yeah. Cam's a funny guy. That's someone everyone knows. Like, he should have been had a show because he's just funny. Like, funny.
Big ass clown.
He just started his show. But apparently, when Nori was on Joe Budden's podcast, they had like a little segment. Well, I'm not gonna say a segment, like a little clip that went viral. They was laughing, joking, talking about how '90s rappers trying to do podcasts and they be happy as fuck when they fail. Like, and they was laughing and like it sounded haterish. You know what I'm trying to say? Shout out to both of them. Hope they positive doing the thing, but it sounded haterish. Like, damn, why you want them to? Right.
Like, yes.
Yeah, but that's how they made it seem in the clip. Like, in that clip, they made it seem like, oh yes, they failed. I love it. I think that's the words Joe Budden used.
Right.
Like, I love it when they fail. Like,
right.
90s rappers doing podcasts on film.
But Joe said that multiple times though. When niggas get into the podcast world, he always say like he loves seeing niggas try it and dip because they think it's sweet and all this and shit. Like he stressed that before. He loves seeing these niggas fail during the podcast.
But it's understandable coming from from Joe Budden, like just his.
So how would Joe feel? Someone turn around and said, "Well, these niggas who try to come into the rap business, I love to see when they fail." Because Joe is a failure. He has a one-hit wonder. That nigga ain't shit. Nobody can remember his song. I can't even remember the song he did. And that was in my era, and I can't fucking remember the song he did. So
commercially, he successful. He had a solid mixtape run, but commercially,
commercially, nobody want. Yeah, he wasn't nobody. I never really fucked with Joe Budden, but musically, too emo for me. But
Cam felt the type of way though.
Yeah, because Cam is. Joe is one of those niggas, right? So Joe is cool at something. He's like one of the cool kids. And when it comes to podcasts, like Joe's really that nigga when it comes to podcasting. Whereas in hip hop, I'm sure he felt underappreciated. He felt like a loser because he was so overly emotional in the era in which he was rapping. So a lot of niggas didn't really fuck with Joe. He got slapped by Raekwon. You know, he's had his dweeb moments. Yeah, he had his moments in hip hop and shit. So now in the podcast space, he's one of those names. He's critically acclaimed. He's one of those guys. And so I look at it like I wouldn't expect that from Noriega because Nori's such a cool nigga, always been a cool nigga, always been a nigga people like fuck with and respected. But for Joe, it's on brand. And so for a nigga like Cam, who is like a uber shit talker, like clown nigga that would like, you know, that's gonna cut ass, podcasting space is perfect for a nigga like Cam.
Of course.
But I be feeling like, niggas like Joe, it's like, nah, you just trying to come take over something. Like he has that, to me, that like insecurity, like, nah, I've been doing it. I'm one of the first ones to it. I'm one of the guys. And so like niggas like Cam, he's threatened by.
I'll see that.
At least to me, it's like not threatened in the sense like that Cam is going to be a better podcaster, but Cam just that nigga. And like Cam, who's super cocky, gonna talk shit, gonna clown you, and could really do some shit to you. Like, nah, keep that nigga from over here, like this eye space over here type shit.
Mm-hmm.
This eye thing, like stay over there. Like you've been quiet for some time, stay quiet type shit. And so I don't expect that from Nori and shit. But with Joe, it's pretty on brand.
Yeah. And you know, Cameron also spoke, but apparently Cameron and Nori spoke on the phone, and they're all good. And Cameron felt like the timing of it was like in the midst of him starting out his show. It's like, and then he really looked at it like, well, the '90s rapper was starting out a show, and so Cameron looked at it like, so y'all basically wishing me to fail, my show to fail, because
right.
You know, Cam's run mainly like the early 2000s, but Cam started out in the 90s.
Yeah,
Cam started in the 90s, and Mace is also a 90s rapper. So,
and Joe's known for sneak dissing on his pod and shit. He won't really like the real ones, like niggas that's really about that shit. He really won't come at them, like he won't blatantly say it. He'll subliminally take shots. The goofy niggas that I guess he feel like he can beat or more powerful than, he'll say their names. But niggas like Cam or niggas that, you know, got some type of street cred, he'll speak in general or speak like subliminally. But like you said, the timing, you making this your conversation right now when you see a nigga like Cam and Mace, who 90s Harlem World, Cam really took off in the 2000s, but again, they've been rapping for a long time. Mace, big 90s artists and shit, and they started to gain a buzz because all they doing is up there just being two goofies, like clowning. And it's like, it's funny as hell. And so like a nigga like Joe, who's big in this podcast space, I just feel like he feels threatened by niggas like them.
It is what it is. They got something funny. It's just two comedians.
Cause they the cool niggas. They always was like them niggas at the cool table. Joe went on emo niggas. RC Farsies.
But
so and Joe be doing goofy shit all the time anyway.
Yeah, podcast controversy right there. But we're gonna keep it music.
Joe always has some shit.
Of course, that's just his shit. I don't know, like at this point, like if he says something controversial, it's just Joe Budden. So it's like
it's a joke.
I don't say that. His podcast is still good. He's doing his thing, but when it comes to something controversial, I want to be like something controversial comes out is not.
No, what I'm saying, I'm saying he's a joke, Johnny. He's a joke. Nothing he says, nobody takes him serious.
Maybe I think he still has like his podcast has gave him a platform where a good portion of people do take what he says seriously. That's why if you've seen over the years.
No, a lot of people fuck with his shit. But again,
he's definitely very sarcastic. Joe Budden is very sarcastic. Yeah. But he has said some things over the years that people seen and have taken it seriously. So,
but see, Joe's one of those niggas that people will pull up on, and Joe be like, "Hey, my brother, it's all love."
But let's keep it music.
Fucking Decap's favorite artist and shit. Goofy ass.
Let's keep it music. Usher spoke on the possibility of him and Chris Brown doing the verses, and the way he spoke on it was like it wouldn't, if they was to do it, it wouldn't be a versus, it'd be more of like a celebration. Like he was, giving Chris Brown flowers, shouting him out, and said they had a good relationship and how good of a relationship they had. But he basically said, like, if you used to do something like that, it wouldn't be called versus. It would be like one big show, and then I don't know how they'll construct it, but
yeah, again, I look at it. I kind of look at it like Drake versus Wayne, like when they did their tour. It ain't really a versus. Like they up here just paying homage to each other, respectfully performing together, and so yeah, it's the Usher versus Chris Brown. But again, they both fans of each other. Both incredible performers, entertainers, dancers. So them niggas can, if they do a Usher versus Chris Brown tour, you know how fucking massive that would be? I'm already hearing about his residency in Vegas. Everybody pulling up to Vegas to see this nigga perform by himself. But imagine these niggas doing arenas like Chris versus Usher. Bro, that's gonna be like one of those moments and shit. Like, so of course, Usher's right. Again, it would be them paying homage to each other. They have nothing but respect for each other. Usher looked up to Mike. I'm pretty sure Chris looked up to Usher and Mike. Like, these are Chris's idols. And it's so like, this is the Michael Jackson baby branch and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And both of them has had their moments where they were those guys, like, and has the discography to support
a whole
fucking concert. Like, them niggas can do A side and B side, like concerts and shit. Like that's how fucking crazy their catalog is. So ain't nobody, if anybody go to a show, ain't nobody really picking sides. Motherfuckers going there to just be amazed by two talented, like two once in a lifetime individuals. Like, ain't nobody going there like, yeah, Usher gonna kill Chris. Chris gonna kill Usher. People going into that shit like, yo, this about to be some lifetime, once in a lifetime type shit. And I'm just happy to be here.
Yep. And Devin's gonna buy me tickets if that ever happens.
Right.
But it'll be a great show. Man. It'll be a great show.
I'm gonna buy a ticket, and we're gonna scalpel the other one, and we'll be in that motherfucker.
Man, but
definitely, I know that shit gonna be expensive.
That
nigga Usher gonna have a fucking roller wing. That nigga gonna have a roller. Niggas gonna be skating, performing, dancing and shit. You're gonna be listening to music and skating around and shit while Usher and Chris Brown performing shit. Man, that shit gonna be so fire. I just want to see it. Like, I just want to see it. Like, make it happen. I want to see the residency in Vegas, but I ain't going to Vegas no time soon. But Usher and Chris Brown versus, Bro, it just want to be a lifetime. It just be a lifetime performance.
I want to be part of it.
Okay. Looking forward to it. Speaking of shows, because we talk about podcasts, transition to music, but we're going back to shows. Red Table Talk was canceled by
All
Meta.
that. Everything he's saying right at this moment.
And in the midst of that, Nick Cannon spoke about the cancellation, and he called Red Table Talk the toxic table. And he felt like that was the fuel to the fire that led to the slap around the world that we've seen around the world. What is your overall thoughts on the cancellation and Nick Cannon's comments about it being the toxic table?
Toxic table.
I think y'all putting too much on a show that technically wasn't made for that. Again, August Alsina came out with the fact he did an interview stating that he had sex with Jada Pinkett and he had a whole relationship. And so because she had this platform, they just decided to discuss it on the platform. That doesn't make it toxic. It just makes it it happened on there. They got to control what was said and what was done. With that being said, prior to that, they opened up their lives. There's no difference than Kanye and Kim Kardashian doing a reality show, or a lot of these married couples doing a reality show. All they did was talk about their trials and tribulations in marriages, which a lot of these podcasters do. All these Kevin on stage does it with his wife. The Vols do it on their, like, everybody does it. Chance and Tabitha Brown do it. Everybody's doing their podcasts where they talk about their highs and lows in their marriages, and that's exactly what Jada Pinkett and Will Smith did. They talked about their highs and their lows in their marriage, and so that they could be an open book. August Alsina is the one who came out talking about he fucked Jada and he had a whole relationship.
She just named a bunch of people nobody cares about. So
I'm just saying they wasn't she was not embarrassing him when they were talking about their ups and downs in their marriage that they've had for something years.
The Red Table Talk has been nothing but embarrassing to their relationship. Nothing but.
After August Alsina came out and
said everything they said when Will said that sex thing.
That was after August Alsina said what he said.
Everything ever since Red Table Talk came out, Jada has made them look like a fucking fool. And ever since that show has been the comic relief of COVID.
Because August Alsina said something.
Man, August ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Nobody cares about what August had to say.
If he would have never said he had sex with Jada, they would have never had that conversation on the Red TikTok.
If he would have said that, because as some freaky nobody exactly can say August don't drive enough power to make them have to say anything.
He did, Devin. He had enough power this time around. He had truth and he had power enough for them to say something.
And they could have dropped like they have their PR team drop a statement. The Smurfs is working on their family. Blah blah blah. We will like the fact or have respect that we're trying to do something. You know how they had the PR people come out and just drop a statement. They didn't have to do that. I mean, they could have done that. Instead, Jada used the platform, which, yes, they have a platform. It's their platform. They can discuss everything that's going on in their life, but we can't negate the fact that Red Table Talk just made them look like fucking fools. Red Table Talk, maybe it's her platform and their platform to discuss it, but with Red Table Talk, everybody that watched that shit, it was waiting on the next hot topic or hot take from them and they foolishness.
Again, I don't think Red Table Talk was made with the intentions.
It probably wasn't. It probably wasn't.
And so it wasn't until August Alsina said something, and then we don't say nothing when Kim uses her fucking stupid ass TV show to talk about Kanye and diss him and do whatever they do and talk about the situation. We do not say that shit is toxic, but we say because they sat down as a married couple and decided to tell the world what it really was and their side of the story, we call it toxic.
Yeah, because they look like a fucking fool. You see a real face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Will didn't look comfortable, and what
Will don't look comfortable. She never took responsibility, so they look like a fucking fool. Will up there looking like he 2 seconds from choking her out. Yeah, and they try to PC it with her entanglement. Mm-hmm. Never taking responsibility, and them saying they were on breaks and all this. They made themselves look like fucking fools, whether it was red table talk, blue table talk, green table talk, whatever platform they created to discuss it was the reason in America's eyes now. I wouldn't say now because nobody's really talking about them anymore, but through that 2-year span, they were the butt of everybody's jokes.
Yeah, that one big major Red Table Talk was a pivotal factor in Will Smith's unhappiness that led to him.
Does that make Red Table Talk toxic? Because there was other great episodes to that. So what?
I understand the point you're saying. The show may not be toxic, but that was a toxic. That was definitely that whole shit with Will and Jada was a toxic situation. I understand what you're saying. It doesn't, because they had that one toxic episode, it doesn't overshadow all the other stuff that they speak on, all the other content. Doesn't make the other content toxic, but it's just the basis. I feel like Nick Cannon was just talking about the basis of like everything that happened. After that comment happened, we seen what happened.
I just find it funny that Nick Cannon. I just find it funny, Nick Cannon, whose whole fucking life is toxic, sits there and talk about something else. Like your whole fucking life and your baby mama's toxic. But you're sitting there and you're talking about toxic when your baby mamas are talking about they have to schedule an appointment with you in order for you to come and see your child.
That's a fact.
You're fucking toxic.
There's a few people in Hollywood that can't talk about, to me, that I don't want to hear about relationship from. Will and Jada, Steve Harvey,
Kim and
Ye, and Nick Cannon's in that group too. These are people that I'm not getting no marital love advice from. Relationship advice, marital advice. Like, I'm not listening to you motherfuckers. I know y'all are celebrities, and a lot of people do take your celebrity and hold it to some higher regard. But Nick Cannon, that's a fact. Nick Cannon is not a nigga I'm listening to when it comes to what a successful relationship should look like, a successful marriage, what a good parent look like. I'm not listening to Nick Cannon. I'm not listening to Will and Jada. I'm not listening to Ye and Kim, and I'm definitely not listening to no fucking Steve Harvey. Those people are in a group of their own of mainstream celebrities who just talk bullshit. Like, all of them are preachy people or call themselves dropping game. And then again, they shit look a mess. Now, maybe Nick Cannon ain't the person to talk about it, because again, you can't be the pot calling the kettle black. And I'm sure because Red Table Talk did have some other episodes that wasn't about their situation, that were quality episodes. It just, unfortunately, this episode or this situation covers the Red Table Talk. Like, it pretty much cascades over everything that they've done. And I'm pretty sure Red Table Talk wasn't supposed to be that. Right. But unfortunately, when you in a toxic situation, you can't be dropping gems to other people, regardless of what the situation is. because people gonna come back to you. Because I remember they had one where her mother. I fuck with Jada's mama. When she was talking to the white girl
that they paid for school.
Yeah, with the Full House girl's daughter, and they was talking about the entitlement, and she was like, "Oh, I was embarrassed, like when the mama had to go to prison and shit, like." They were paying to go to one of those Ivy League schools and shit.
One of the girls that got paid, that they basically paid for them.
And so she went on there looking for like redemption, and Mama show was closed, checking her ass. Like
this is the white privilege of you coming on this black platform to talk about your white privilege.
And her mother checked her, co-checked her, like it's amazing that you are here on this black platform talking about white suffrage, but when it's really your white privilege. That was a great fucking episode.
Another great episode was when her mom explained to her how she protect Jada from a lot, because her father was abusive.
Right.
And explained her life story, and then how, again, when Snoop Dogg was on there, Snoop Dogg was speaking truths. Again, there was so many good episodes that was
when Snoop had called Gail a bitch, and they had Snoop on there to the
when they gave the opportunity to Jordan
Woods.
Jordan Woods gave her the opportunity to talk her side of the story because the Kardashians had their platform,
right?
And that's another toxic platform, but they had their shit,
right?
And they weren't allowing her to tell her side of the story,
right?
And Will and Jada shut that shit down. Was like, no. We don't care what the fuck y'all say. She's gonna come on here and she's gonna tell her side of the story.
She's gonna speak her truth.
Again, I don't think it's fair for Nick Cannon to call the whole series a toxic. I get what Nick Cannon was saying. I get what y'all was saying. Again, but I do feel like August Alsina looked at this as a moment. Because they again, when that happened with August Alsina, it was years ago. But it's just so funny how come the Red Table Talk starts and now he want to spill beans.
Right, that's true.
So, again, I get what y'all saying. After that, it became a whole joke.
And that's why it goes back to me saying the way Hollywood works. If it happened years ago, they could address it without addressing it, and they didn't have to overindulge. But the fact that Will was on there, she never really took responsibility. She never admitted to doing what she did. She had all different type of excuses, and Will face and him coming there like, yo, you gotta tell people, and him bloodshot red in the eyes, looking all type of stress. That is the image of what Will and Jada used to be, one of those it couples.
And
whole narrative is completely changed. Nobody wants to be a part. That what Cole say? Not that shit. I want that Will. Nah, nobody want that. It's changed.
Also, the way that they closed that episode, Bad Marriage for Life. What the fuck they said at the end?
Yeah, but they call themselves making a joke, like.
Yeah, but even when they was doing that, the shit didn't come like, trying to say, like, someone says a joke in a bad situation. Someone said a joke, it's like, damn, it wasn't time for that joke. But
right.
That one, it was just like, I tried to joke, but the joke didn't even hit. It's like, y'all wanted to end the episode like that?
Right.
Y'all could have cut that out and did like a take 2, take 3, and said something else to close it out.
Again, like you said, I think that took away from what Red Table Talk was supposed to be.
Right.
Because they could have had a quality platform if they would have kept doing what they were doing. They allowed that because they wanted to, be truthful. They allowed that to cascade their whole show, and now the popularity of it isn't the same anymore. Like nobody is running to Red Table Talk anymore, because for a minute after that happened, it was like, what's they gonna say now? She said something. Then Will said, I can't get hard, or I got disgusted having sex. Like they was having these few episodes that was a combination of all the August and Jada shit. It just looked disgusting. And now that's who they are. And then you go to the slap, whereas Chris was telling a joke, and you went that far to slap him. And then Jada come back and say, I didn't condone that. Y'all look a fucking fool.
You know what's the crazy part?
And that's what people remember.
They have the platform, like Will and Jada, like they could get the show, like it got canceled for Meta, but they could find another place in space.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They really wanted to. I'm not sure if I don't know what they're thinking behind it.
Yeah,
but they could find another show. But I just feel like a point Bree brought up earlier is that Red Table Talk, like, it got to the point it wasn't really no different from a reality TV show. But that is what the issue is. Red Table Talk wasn't supposed to be that. Reality TV is reality TV. Red Table Talk was supposed to be something different, but
yeah,
shit happened and shit, like the line between the two blurred, and it's like,
and it got lost.
Yeah,
it got lost at that point because once we got to the slap, at that point, nobody wanted to hear or see anything Will and Jada had going on. At that point, it was like, all right, breaks. Like they need to stop. They need to go somewhere. Like we don't want to see this dumpster fire anymore. And now, unfortunately, with Meta, they got canceled from Meta. What reason behind it? We don't know. At least we don't know. But again, at this point, Nick Cannon is right to me, but he ain't the right person. He ain't the right messenger.
No, you're saying he's not the right messenger.
Because his shit looks like a mess as well.
Well, interesting talk, but
but again, we here discussing rich people problems.
You can say that too, discussing rich people problems, right? But I don't know. I just I understand when TV networks cancel shows, more like streaming platforms or Meta, like other platforms make TV shows. I don't know. I don't get the whole them canceling shows.
That's like YouTube canceling.
It's like
your podcast.
I don't understand that. That's just my opinion.
Because again, they were sponsored by Meta, but on streaming social media sites, you could continue to post your own content as a private entity.
So it's like you cancel it. So it's like, what, you're not going to promote it? What if I post? I'm gonna go post a whole episode, 50-minute clip. Then what? Like I said, when certain platforms start canceling shows, it's like, what's going on there? I don't know. This is my opinion. But I'm pretty
great opinion.
You said what? Oh, you said great opinion? I was frozen. I don't know what's going on with my service today, man. Service is on haywire, man. I guess it took a long vacation. We didn't get that OSA episode in, so my laptop had a longer vacation. It's like, damn, bro, you gotta use me. You didn't use me, so.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you got that extra day.
If you don't use me, you lose me.
So what? Shit. Rihanna, new Smurfs movie. You like it or you don't? Rihanna, she's scoring the movie. She's gonna be an executive producer, and she's gonna be a voice of one of the Smurfs, the female Smurfs.
Yes, the Smurf movie.
Yeah, but I don't know what they call a female Smurf.
Call it Smurf, nigga. Smurfette.
I say, yeah.
It's a Smurfette.
Get them genders right, man. Get them genders right.
It's a Smurfette. She's taking the role of the main girl in Smurf and shit. So
like the wife to the leader of the tribe.
Yeah.
Leader of the Smurf. Old guy with the wife.
So she's gonna be leader, and then there's supposed to be new music coming from it and shit. So I'm just happy to hear more music from Rihanna. I like what Rihanna in that movie. What was the movie when she was she did an animated movie with the alien? Home was a good one. So Rihanna does well in animated movies so far from what I've seen.
I love that Home.
And
I love
yeah,
that.
so that's a good movie. So this is right in the ballpark. So I'm excited to see it. Of course, we'll go see it with Dorian. And the music, the kids gonna play it because they play all the Smurf, all the Disney songs and stuff. So I fucks with it. She got kids. It's on brand.
Yep. So at least like Bree gets some new music from Rihanna. She's finding creative ways to drop new music, switching it up.
Yeah,
Everybody's craving that
I'm
album.
definitely with
finding
it.
different ways.
I just my expectations for Rihanna's music is different. I ain't gonna say low, but I just look at it as like, I think a lot of people is expecting sexy raunchy Rihanna, previous Rihanna, and I think her as a mother, her as a businesswoman, her as a it would look like a long-term partner of ASAP. I think her music moving forward will be a lot different, a lot more lovey, a lot more ballad-y type of stuff. Of course, she'll probably have like the dance tracks or whatever, but the over sexified music, I think that type of stuff is at the moment behind Rihanna.
You think so?
Yeah, at the moment. Because again, Rihanna always reinvent herself with every album she drops. So like I just feel like the next project ain't gonna be too too like overly raunchy or like raunchy.
She might go a mature raunchy. She might go that route, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like more mature. That's why I say more love ballad-ish.
Yeah, you might get a little of that, but commercially, labels and they feel like an artist, fan base.
But Rihanna is a person that's one of those people that can do whatever. That's why she's able to reinvent herself.
I'm a decline. So yeah, I'm.
That's why with every album is totally different. Like sound,
you're right though. She definitely say, "Oh, yeah, I want that." Yeah, I'm not gonna be making music no time soon.
Yeah, like the whole aesthetic, like she can do so much, and she's been successful in multi genres. So it's like I don't think I just think everybody expect, because her last album was overly raunchy, they expecting more of that, and I just don't think that's where it's gonna be.
Shout out to Rihanna, and she continues to kill it. And
she did do Sperms for the halftime show. So
she did Sperms.
The white things she said on an interview, they was sperms. They were supposed to be sperms.
Yeah, she a mother.
Right, but what I'm saying is that doesn't. If that didn't change her whole characteristic and doing something a little more kid friendly, because with the halftime show, I don't know if she's ever gonna change that sex appeal.
Oh, she can't change the sex appeal. She Rihanna. Like sex appeal you can't turn it off.
Right, I'm gonna need you to calm down. You get a little too excited about she Rihanna.
I'm just keeping it a buck. She is. She's one of those girls. So she ain't gonna be able to turn off. Niggas gonna go regardless. Girl, male, whatever you subscribe to. Yeah, Rihanna's one of those girls. In regards to the way she attacks or approaches music, I feel like she's, like John said, matured. I think her music will represent more maturity versus so much sexuality.
I don't think so.
Well, you wrong, I'm right. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, she can do what she wants, man. She's a billionaire. She got
whatever she do, we gonna eat it up because she hasn't did nothing. So
that's what I'm saying. People still gonna grab people. Whatever comes, craving that next studio album, whenever it may come.
Right.
So
exactly.
Let's talk about Block. A man in Maryland used the same lotto numbers on 3 separate occasions within this year and won $50,000 each time he played them numbers. Oh, dude, what? Like, I haven't played a lotto in so long, but damn.
He got an inside man.
Ain't no way.
He got he got an inside man, and he doing a number where it ain't too crazy. It ain't the Mega Millions where it's like fucking a couple M's. He doing light, like where it's like, okay, 50 grand. All right. He ain't breaking the bank.
Right.
But let his ass start hitting on those Mega Millions like that, they gonna body his ass.
Yeah. You don't gotta play Mega Millions. He playing smart. He's 52 years old.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He got him inside man. Look, we keep it discreet. We keep it low. We ain't going for the bank. We gonna go 50, 30, little shit like that, little denominators like that. We ain't gonna try and rob the lotto. Just take a little piece.
That's robbing though.
It's robbing, definitely robbing. But again, it's how bad you rob them. Like they take that little robbery. That's pennies. But when you get to them M's, that Mega Million, that Powerball, they're gonna be like, all right, motherfucker, something's up, and
the odds
you gonna
is
pay.
1 in 100,000, and he won 3 times. But that's the odds, and the chance of winning the $50,000 prize in Maryland's lottery's pick 5 game is 1 in 100,000.
Bro, I could barely hit 5. I could barely win my dollar back on fucking
Scratch
on
off.
the lottery. Yes, man. That nigga got an inside man. He got something going on.
You know,
true though. I can never win my dollar back.
You know what's funny?
Like,
the lotto got a lottery app, so you don't gotta go to the store no more. You can do that shit with your phone.
I don't trust that shit. I gotta feel it.
I'm not gonna lie, I played that shit a couple of times through my phone. I haven't played that shit in a minute, but
yeah,
I'll definitely.
Yeah, definitely smart man. He on some Ocean 11 shit.
That's like a scratch off. I always gotta feel the scratch off. I gotta connect to it.
So you know it's real.
Yeah, I gotta connect to it. You know.
I'm one of those people. I don't even scratch the lotto. I mean the scratch off. I just scan it. I'll
And
buy
that's
it.
the problem.
I'll buy it and scan it.
And that's
I ain't
the
got
problem.
like I'm impatient. I ain't got time to be trying to scratch it off. That shit don't change nothing. Did I win or not? I buy
does change. It changes.
You know what's funny?
I almost scratch that shit. I scan it. Okay, this is
Here I just opened the Lotto app and it says someone on this app just in New York won $2,000, $2,168. And it's like you want to play
on what?
the Lotto app.
Yeah, but what did they do? It tell you what they played?
No, it didn't. It just says, "Do you want to play?" They won on the app. That's all it said.
Because you won $2,000, but you just spent $600 on tickets.
Right.
Shit, you might play the Lotto, man. You got Mega Millions on Friday. Cash for life.
How much the Mega Millions right now?
Powerball is 71 million.
What I can do with that right now?
The Mega Millions at 38 million right now.
John, would you rather Mega Millions, $72 million, or cash for life, and they give you $500,000 a week?
$500,000 a week.
$500,000 a week.
Wrong answers, you idiots.
Why?
Because they tax you.
Because you die.
So
nigga,
what?
give me my money. Nigga, give me my money today. I don't want to, nigga, I take that 500 and then I die in 2 days.
Oh, you saying, they're going to give you that shit and assassinate you, nigga. Off that first check, I'm in a bubble somewhere.
No,
that's
I'm
in my
saying,
account. That's it.
No, what I'm saying is, we all know life tomorrow is not promised to nobody. So let me get all my shits right now. I ain't taking no chances giving me a check every week. Nigga, you give me 2 checks, I might not make it. Like, I don't know what God got planned for me. So let me get my shit right now. Give me all the mines.
At least your family would be that.
Exactly. Give me all the mines. And then y'all got 72. Here, boom.
They tax them.
Boom, get that. Fuck it. Tax it. It's 55.
Yeah, but I also said, does it say in the estate? Does it say when you die, they stop paying you?
No, of course they go see a state.
Yeah, so they gonna be lit.
Bro, don't get me wrong. I love my family, but nigga, I want to enjoy my money too. So fuck out of
That
here.
man said, fuck that. I'm trying to let me get this money. I'm going on vacation.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to, bro, I ain't trying to get money so y'all can just reap the benefits of it. I want to enjoy. I want my paradise here too.
You're looking down from heaven like, damn, I only got like a week out this bitch. These motherfuckers.
Yo, that ass. Sit there looking at Sabrina and Dorian in a pool full of gold and shit, just swimming around and shit. Like, God,
I want you to know I would not be in the pool.
But God looking at me like, bro, but you got everything up here. I'm like, yeah, I know. Looking at them down there just enjoying it.
I want you to know I won't be in a pool of gold. I'll be in a pool of diamonds.
Exactly. So pool of diamonds and shit. They fucking diving in the diamonds and shit, Dorian jumping off a diving board. Man, I want my heaven here and up there.
But no, I understand your point though. I understand your point. But I think even with the large lump sum, I think they tax it too. A lot of money is
all of it, all that's taxed. Everything is taxed.
Large sum, or even by the weekly, they tax that shit. So
I ain't gonna even hold you. If they said cash for life, 500,000 a week, or 10 million, bro, I'm taking the 10.
Bro, you're crazy. I'm saying your point, but I'm not saying, bro. I swear, if I have to, I will lock myself in for like to get to that 10 million plateau. That's what? That's 2 million.
Yo, John about to make him a planetarian and shit.
Bro, for 2 million a month, I'll make it to 5 months. I'll take care of my body. I'll hide from all types of danger. Put me in
John going into one of those motherfucking chrono chambers and shit.
I'll get that. I'll get that 10 million. That, oh shit, I got 10 million. Now pop out, or we're going on vacation real quick. And whatever happens after that, happens after that. But I'll save that money up, bro. I'll save that money. I'll get it to, I'll get there to that 10 million. But I'll say your point.
John said, I'm going into isolation.
Shit.
I'm taking that money, bro. Give me my 10.
Even if isolation, I'll go to the doctor like, yo, I'm gonna pay you some shit for being a medically induced coma. Take care of me, monitor me, wake me up in 10 months. When I wake up, I have all that motherfucking money in the motherfucking.
Then you wake up, it's gonna be Fear the Walking Dead and shit.
Imagine. Shit, as long as I go to my bank account, as long as they ain't never turn that shit off, I don't know. But wiping everything like.
It's gonna be Fear the Walking Dead. You gonna wake up like motherfucking Rick did and shit. Stupid as hell.
Man.
I'm taking mine. Give me mine. Shout out to Buddy though. He's smart. He gonna hit that shit like 4-5 more times over the next 10 years and shit.
I'm not gonna lie. If we do, I might track him down like, yo, bro.
What's the numbers?
Give me the sauce.
Yeah.
Give me the sauce for New York.
Yo, I got 5 on your lotto and shit. Like, let me get in with you.
Yo, just like I need 2. I'll take 2 hits. I won't. Shit, I'll take 1. Be fair. You hook me up with 1. I'm good with that.
That's one nigga. If I was friends with, and he'd be like, yo, y'all got $1 on this lotto? Every time that nigga getting my $1. Now I hope he don't do on some goofy shit and give me my $1 back. but every time.
That's been also a topic. Yeah. I seen that shit pop on social media. They'd be like, you give your homie, I forgot what it was, like give your homie like $5 or $10 and they hit the lotto and then they give you the money back and they don't give you shit from what the lotto. That's some foul shit.
Yeah.
Because technically, if it wasn't for your money, they wouldn't have been in that
position.
Yo,
it's a video of this dude, right? He act like he hit the lotto and then he act like he hit his head. And then the friend takes the lotto out his hand and shit, like trying to take his. And then, but he was recording. He's like, "Yo, man, I was fucking playing." Like, and his friend was there.
Take my lotto ticket. That's crazy.
Yeah, friend was gonna take his lotto ticket and shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Crazy, man. That's hilarious. This one story, Smokey. I think Smokey Robinson just dropped some new music. He's been in the game for a while.
Yeah, he real freaky. He been real freaky lately.
Yeah, he's been speaking.
Been pumping on camera and shit.
Too old for that shit. Come on,
He
man.
spoke on a past affair he had with Diana Ross. You think it's a story he should have kept?
Nah, I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's believable. I feel like the whole.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not asking. I'm saying he maybe should have not set the story. Like
nobody cares. I don't think nobody. I don't think it. Nobody
at
cares.
this point, but it's like, why bring up a story like that?
Because it's a juicy story.
Because it's a juicy story.
To the people around that time who was like, listen.
I knew Smokey and Diana was doing something. I feel like they used to be in his city, Motown, drugged up, coked up, having sex orgy parties. No, they all used to be on tour together, like fucking 2-3 tour buses, different acts, male and female. Bro, I just know they always back there fucking with heroin and all that shit, man. They used to be drugged up, having Tyrone Bigum's $500,000 crack parties and shit.
I believe it. We just don't care. Like young people.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's like, okay, Smokey, you about to drop a tape next? I like. All right.
Has she denied it?
I don't even think she said nothing.
Oh, so it's true. She ain't denying it. It's true. Think about it. Her being who she is and not denying this, ain't fucked. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, like, okay.
But I don't know. Maybe, people just love telling stories sometimes 30, 40 years too late.
Yeah. It's, again, maybe if they had social media during his time, it'd be a story like back then. But, Smokey and them was the shit in the 50s. So it's quite a century too late. Word. Y'all was damn near a century, so it's like, bro, y'all a century too late.
But he said a century.
It is what it is. Let's get to another artist. This artist, his social media posts seem to give him a lot of attention. So Brian McKnight posted on social media, and what's ruffling a lot of feathers is he did not acknowledge in the social media post none of his biological children from his previous marriage. He just acknowledged the children, stepchildren in his current relationship.
You're saying it wrong, Johnny. You're saying it wrong.
What happened?
He's not acknowledging his black children, but he's acknowledging his Caucasian children.
It's biological. It's biological. Brian McKnight is black, so biological means his kids is gonna be black, regardless.
Yeah, but if his stepkids could be black too. So that's an important detail in why people are upset.
Right.
Because it ain't just him acknowledging his biological versus stepkids.
Right.
A part of it is his black kids versus his white kids.
Right.
So that's a key point in that situation, and why everybody why it's a conversation at this moment. Because if it was his stepkids and they were all black and brown, yes, it would be like, damn, he fucked up, but it wouldn't be as much of a conversation if they wasn't Caucasian from the Caucasus Mountains. That's why we talking about it. You got all these black ass kids, but you bigging up and showing love to all these.
Right. He's talking about because his wife is pregnant now. His Caucasian wife is pregnant now, and he gonna say with a little girl, "You made me a girl dad." Mind you, he has a whole daughter,
right,
who's dark skinned. That made him a girl.
Just know that baby that's in that white woman is also a black baby.
That's a fact.
Right, but he's not. You're missing the point. He's not looking at her as like, okay, this came from a black woman. This came from a white woman, which we all know that means that he's made it into a point in his life where he's now
and again, how do you be a girl dad when you already got girls dad?
Apparently, as you read the article I was reading, he has had an estranged relationship with his biological children for years now, so it's nothing new. For whatever reason, they have their issues.
It doesn't matter, Johnny. That doesn't negate the fact that he was a girl dad, even if he has issues with his child.
Yeah, but you're making it a race thing. But his new daughter's still going to be black. She just has a white mother. The daughter's still going to be black.
Yeah, but we can't. Her mother is white though, and that's a key point. And yes, we all know she gonna be a black baby. That's a black child. But a lot of coon ass niggas I got a black baby, but I got that little bit of Caucasus inside. And so it will seem like Brian, well, at some point with all these other kids, he would try to make things right with them, although it might have been estranged.
Right.
But yeah, he's a girl dad now. Maybe he didn't have the best relationship with his previous, well, I wouldn't say previous daughter, with his oldest daughter.
Right.
And so he doesn't, I guess it's his first real feeling of feeling like a girl dad. But it just sounds bad when you got all these other kids and then you got this white wife and now you just ecstatic. It gives Get Out. It gives Get Out.
It does, though. It fucking does.
It's giving Get Out.
But a lot of people are angry, but again,
I'm very angry. Very angry, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm angry. I don't think it doesn't matter if you are if you have this strange relationship with your other first kids, that then it just seems really kind of messed up because his first son is named Brian McKnight Jr. And then he had a son with this white woman and named him Brian McKnight and said, "This is my first junior." Nigga, I think we getting confused what first means.
Is Daddy Kevin Jet?
I think so. I think Brian McKnight has a
Is Daddy Kevin Jet singer?
I don't know. But again, it just seems like he disowning these black kids for whatever reason and cutting them out of the picture because they don't fit in his, picture perfect cut, cookie cutter life.
Oreo life.
Yeah. I don't think it's fair to say, oh, she's made me a girl dad when you already have a daughter. It would have been fine for him to say she made me a girl dad again.
Yeah, I think people just looking at it as kind of insensitive when you got a bunch of kids, and then on top of it, you having an estranged relationship with them. It seems a bit like inconsiderate of the kids that you currently have.
I was saying that point, but God damn it, his wife is a Latina.
Okay, that's close. That's close enough.
That's
close enough.
I was like,
you got the Spaniard whites.
She's Johnny. I get it.
She's brown.
John is a Brian McKnight fan, so.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought like I seen the post, but I didn't really look at it. I really thought it was a white woman, and Reeves going off on it, but it's a brown skin Latina.
Yeah, but she looks like a white woman.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, she looked like something. She looked kind of Asian,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's what I'm saying. She could like the picture I'm looking like she could Asian.
Okay, he's picking and choosing which children because they don't fit into his, what image.
Listen, I can't speak for that. And you say he's picking his shoes and children. I can't speak to that because I really don't know what's going through that man's mind.
She definitely look more Asian than anything.
But maybe Johnny, how can you say you can't say that? You can see that he's picking and choosing which children.
No, I said I can't say that. I say he could be doing that. I can't say that because I don't know what's going on in that man's mind. But he just probably way to do him, bringing to his children.
Well, that's why I only got one. And I won't ever pick against him. Shout out to my son Dorian Gray, boy from the Bronx. Make sure y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel.
But some interesting stuff. Now let's get into something that's been buzzing for like a few months now. We've had a couple of conversations on this pod about it, but we're going to look at it in a different aspect. We were talking about just labels running with artists' voice and making a whole new brand of music, but the dangers of the AI voice and people taking someone's voice and mimicking or copying that voice and using that voice to potentially harm others or what I'll say, entrap other people. Like get someone like, oh yo, I'll meet you at the corner. Come meet me at the corner. And then, oh shit, Johnny said meet me at the corner. You go to the corner. It wasn't Johnny that was talking to you on the phone. It was a whole other person. It just used my voice, and whatever happens at the corner happens at the corner. So the dark dangers, and it's more of like the children, because children's beyond these platforms, these YouTube, these social media platforms, and these other stuff. The access to the internet leaves them open to, let's say a hacker or somebody getting a hold of like that child's relative, uncle, a grandparent, their parents, an older sibling, a sibling's voice, and using that voice to basically, get
again, AI again. Whenever we create any technology or anything new, there is a sector of people thinking of evil ways to use it.
Right.
And it's gonna always be like that. And so you start to see people talk more and more about AI and its potentials in a good light, but also the potentials in the bad. And you see the godfather of artificial intelligence, the guy Jeffrey Hinton, he left Google because of he's seeing Google's use of AI and how potentially harmful it could be, how potentially scary it could be. And we all was, we saw a podcast discussing it again. Like you said, somebody knock on the door. Luckily, we trained our kid to take certain protocols. But again, everybody ain't the same. Hey, I got bags. I can't use my key. Open the door for me. A kid thinking it's their mother or a parent, open the door for a predator. Mm-hmm. Or like you said, John, where you at? All right, Dev, meet me right here. Boom, somebody didn't G your phone and shit. Or with technology, boom, they didn't took over your shit. I'm thinking I'm talking to you. Yo, John, where you at? I'm right here. Come right here. Boom, I pull up, nigga, do something to me. You get what I'm saying? Like the potential of AI in the good facet, the possibilities is endless. But in that same token, the possibilities is endless in evil ways. And so with everything we do in a good way, whatever creation we create, unfortunately, we got to deal with the evils that can rear its ugly head. And so, as we talk about the potential of AI and how beneficial it could be in multiple ways, we can't negate the fact that there is going to be a lot of evil and bad ways that people use AI, which makes it another scary technology that we're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. We joke about it all the time. The apocalyptic future, iRobot, zombies, aliens. We joke about that shit. But the dangers of technology just continue to like showcase, like, yo, this shit really hit the fan. It could really destroy us, damage us, end the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Got example. My wife calls me, say, hey, I need this. Can you send it to me real quick? Without question. Send me this money real quick. I need it real quick. Without question, I'm gonna send it. Not knowing somebody that hacked her, not only her voice, her account, and then later on, I find out her shit been hacked. I just got robbed. Like this shit can get real fast.
Mm-hmm.
So although
the good thing about us as you and me, we always ask for what.
Yeah.
And certain shit just wouldn't make sense to us.
Right.
Because you have to know us to
know.
Know.
You can't just say whatever.
Right.
And I'm a motherfucker that's always why. But why? That don't make sense to me though. So it's like, nah, hold on. I'm about to FaceTime you. That's what.
Yeah, like what?
But again, everybody ain't the same. Everybody don't take those same precautions. So all this says to me is we have to be more careful about how we operate on technology, on our phones, and training our kids better to deal with certain situations and focusing on their safety. Because again, there'll be somebody or some kid, whereas they'll be home and they could be fucking 13, 14, where it's like mother or father call, hey, open the door for me because I got something in my hand. I can't grab the door. I can't grab my keys. And they open the door and somebody do something to them.
That's so crazy, man. Or
a kid calls their mom and say, Mom, I forgot the password of this. What's the password? And now they gave access because the parent like, oh, you always forgetting something. The password is da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, thanks, Mom. Boom, you done gave motherfucker access to your shit.
Oh, shit is crazy, man. Us regular people now.
I mean, you just gave these people a billion ideas to do with your AI.
Bro, they already plotting this shit. I ain't saying nothing that they ain't already thought of. These motherfuckers, the people that's doing it, the scammers are techies.
Yeah,
they just the evil version of it. They
you know what they doing.
Word. They the evil people in the tech world. Like they know what the fuck they doing. I ain't telling them nothing that they ain't already thought of. A million. And I'm pretty sure the what they thinking is way more catastrophic than what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're saying some not all light shit, but shit, that shit go.
Now, I said there's a lot of catastrophic things that can be done with this technology. I'm not gonna say none of them, but a lot of catastrophic things, possible war bringing things can happen with this AI shit.
It is crazy out here, man. Hunger Games 2030. Hunger Games 1.
May the odds forever be in your favor.
Shit, man.
That's a fact. All that new Hunger Games look fire though. I don't know if you saw it, John.
I see. I didn't watch the trailer, but I seen it coming out with a prequel. Yeah, I think it's gonna be based on
Snow.
Yeah, Snow. I was about to say Stone.
President Snow.
Yeah, President
Nah,
Snow.
that shit looks fire. That shit
looks so good.
That shit look good. Yeah, like yeah. That shit look dope.
Definitely, I'll definitely check it out whenever it comes out.
Yeah, we definitely.
I mean, it's already out. You just gotta go to YouTube.
No, you talking about the movie?
Yeah, I was talking about the movie. I watch the trailer after we get off the pod, but I was talking about the movie.
Yeah. Nah, that shit look fire though.
But speaking of movies, our guy Lorenz Tate has some comments to say. Even though he showed love to overall black actors, he says Hollywood is more on the hunt for UK-born black actors than it is for American actors. Agree or disagree?
So you said Hollywood is on the hunt for more UK actors than American actors. This has been a conversation that we've had on this pod before, based on what we've seen. And there's been conversations from people that's allegedly in Hollywood that states that American actors as a whole is harder to work with. And so they look for actors in other places because they seem to be more humble, more respectful, and take the job more seriously. So this has been a conversation that we've had before, and you look at a lot of the leading guys, they do American accents very well, and then you see them in an interview, they ask, "Oh bloody hell, that was I watch America and I love the country," and you know what I'm saying, they have these voice coaches and shit, and that again, these guys are getting leading roles. I think Michael B. Jordan is the top dog when it comes to Black Hollywood, especially when it comes to the male actors. But right behind them, it seemed to be a bunch of artists from the pond over and shit. So so again, it's what's happening. But again, all of these guys I respect and I love as actors. So I don't really take no offense or feel no way about it because I'm Black before I'm American. Ooh, what I say? What I just say? I'm Black before I'm American. You feel me? So whether it's the UK, whether it's America, whether it's fucking Ghana, what my nigga Wale say? Excuse me, I'm rooting for everything that's Black. That's where I'm at. I'm rooting for everything Black. So the UK artists got their thing right now. That's fire. I remember at one point everybody was doing the Chinese Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon movies. You know, Hollywood go through phases. Hollywood goes through phases, and therefore,
I think this is a phase.
And this is, to me, it's a phase. I think it will balance out at some point, because still, even with all these guys, the A-listers still seem to be the American actors. So the top dogs are still Americans. So it's not, to me, it ain't a real threat to American actors. If you're a good actor, I think you will get the roles that God got for you. And to my brothers over in the UK from the pond over, salute you, man. A lot of them are doing great shit. A lot of shit that I watch is with these guys.
Definitely.
You get what I'm saying? What's that show on Netflix that we all watch? The UK show with the drug dealers. Top Boy. Like, bro, that's we in this shit. Like, these niggas, they do their thing. So I ain't mad at it. Lorenz Tate doing his thing on Ghost. He ain't really doing that like Hollywood side and like getting like leading roles in movies. But Lorenz Tate has had a long, successful career. And so to each his own. But I'm Black before I'm American. So the pond over, all that shit don't matter to me. I support everybody Black.
Yeah, but it's also, like you said, it just be a shock when You just see the interviews.
And most of them niggas is immigrants anyway. They family immigrated to fucking from Africa and shit over to these places, and it's easier to get in those countries than it is to get in America. So you want to just really talk about it? They only went there because it's easier for them to get their citizenship. They peoples, like, it be like that. It is what it is. That's why you see so many niggas in Canada and France and all that and shit.
I feel like it's more difficult. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it's harder than in Canada for some people.
Nope, Canada easy as hell.
We'll have to do our research. I can't.
Canada easy as hell.
It's easy. A lot of my family from Trinidad.
A lot of her family from Trinidad go to Canada and then come to America.
Right. My dad went to Canada first, and then
because it's easier to get your citizenship over there, and then come to America. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not arguing. I said I have no facts for you now. I'm going by white chest, and I'm saying I just need more.
John don't have no facts to support it.
No, I'm not
Shut
saying
the
that.
fuck up. We said what we said.
I'm not saying that lie. I'm just saying that's probably his process. I know to get your citizenship in America is definitely, if not the hardest, one of the hardest citizenships.
Bro, it's hard to do anything in America.
Right. Yeah.
That's why you see so many. I'm not black. I'm Dominican. I'm not black. I'm not black. Dominican. I'm not black. No placebo. I'm not black. I'm Dominican.
But in the spirit of this conversation of UK actors, UK black actors, we're gonna do a special Fab Four. We're gonna give y'all a Fab Four on our UK black actors. We all got a list. Y'all know how Fab Four goes. We all got a 4. And other than it, I'm not gonna lie, one of the names I have on the list surprised me. He was UK. He's from the UK. I had no clue. But other than that, the other ones were pretty much obvious. But I got my list of 4.
Yeah, everybody on my list I knew were from UK. So
I'm saying for the most part, I think everyone's one should be the same. Just in my opinion.
So again, we can say that, but I don't think we have the same one.
I try to do women on here, and these sexist men told me I couldn't because it's only for the men.
So she's misleading the conversation because of Lorenz Tate. He was solely discussing the men, American black men actors versus the British actors. That's sole reason why we're only talking about the men. We know there is great female American actors, black women, as well as European women. That's a conversation that we know is there. So she don't let her pin us as some sexist. It's only because of the context of Lorenz Tate's conversation.
Not excluding the female.
No, we don't exclude anyone.
We had a conversation prior to the
pod. The context of the conversation.
Shut up, Johnny. Let me say what I gotta say. I asked them if we can please discuss. If I can say my Fab Four as British women, they said no. This is only for men, which, as we know in history, men tend to do that. I'm making it very clear that I wanted to do my Fab Four according to women.
She said we mansplain the shit.
All right, so who will be going first to reveal a Fab Four?
So to showcase that we're not sexist, and we
that
are
sexist if you made me go first.
So we are inclusive.
That's not feminist.
Oh, so I'll go first then. Since we equality, right? We're discussing equality. All right. So I'll go first. At number 4, I have Daniel Akulier, which we all know from Get Out. We spoke about Get Out. He's also Fred Hampton and the Fred Hampton story. I can't remember the name of the fucking movie. What was the name?
Was it Black Judas?
Judas and the Black Messiah, something like that. Yeah, Judas
Yeah,
and the Black Messiah.
something like that. I know I
Yeah.
had Judas in
No,
there.
that's what it is.
Yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah, because that nigga was Judas. Yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah.
He wasn't Judas.
No, he's the Black Messiah.
Right.
Fred Hampton, the nigga, his homie was.
Yeah. Who's
is
also been
Judas.
doing his thing in movies.
Who was
too.
a great
He been
actor
doing
as
his
well.
thing.
Another.
He UK one.
I don't think he's from the UK. He looked like
I
he's
don't know his name at the moment, but
yeah, but I don't think he's from the UK. So I got Daniel Coulier as number 4. At number 3, I got John Boyega. We know from the newest Star Wars stories and shit. Great young actor. He just recently dropped a movie. I haven't saw it, but he stuck up a bank or some shit, which looked very interesting. I didn't watch it, but I definitely plan on watching it. At number 2, although he might be the most popular, everybody loves him. All the girls want to be with him. All the guys want to be him. Idris Elba is number 2 on my list. And number 1, I'm gonna mess up his name. Chitwa Jovo.
I know you're talking about.
He's in a lot of fucking things, a lot of shit. He's in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
He was in American Gangster. It took me.
The brother.
Yeah, he was fucking 4 Brothers. He was the gangster in 4 Brothers. That's when I found out he was not American, because I liked him so much in that. I Googled him, and I'm like, yo, bro, ain't even from here.
To me, you talk to Jimmy. Jimmy
Yeah.
talks to me.
But he's one of those method actors where he does a bunch of different shit. Like, he doesn't do the same roles. He's a really good actor. And so he's number 1 on my list of current UK actors. Shout out to that brother, because he's really good.
All right, so in the presence of context, I'll go second.
Right.
I'll reveal my Fab 4 list. Just like you, Dev, at number 4, I have Daniel Kaluuya at number 4.
Right.
I got at number 3, I got Damus Idris. That's how you pronounce his name?
Yeah,
man,
Damus.
Franklin Saint. Damus.
Right.
Idris.
Franklin Saint. Franklin is definitely an honorable mention. He ain't did enough yet, but he did Franklin Saint. I hope he don't get typecast and be stuck as Franklin Saint.
I hope not either, but I think he's someone that could do multiple characters, but I just think his work as Franklin Saint gives him a nod for me. At number 2, I went with Iman Walker. That's my guy, Saeed from Oz.
Okay.
Watched him in a couple of things. He's currently, if I'm not mistaken, not the police, he's the fire chief in Chicago Fire. It's been a show that's been on for almost 10 plus years now.
Right.
I watch all the Chicago shows, but that's my guy, man. That's my guy, Saeed from Oz. That's the first thing I ever seen him in. But
yeah, that was the first thing I seen him in too.
So I put him at number 2, and then number 1, gotta go with the GOAT. They king. Gotta go Idris Elba.
He said the UK king.
Yes, the UK king for the black actors. The UK black actors. He's number 1. So you gotta give Idris Elba some love. So that's my Fab 4.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that, baby. or you want to be so inclusive, or that you don't even gotta say a list that we so. She ain't gotta say a list. We're so inclusive on our pod. She ain't even gotta give us a list. She right.
Listen. You know those haters gonna come in the comments for y'all niggas, and I'm alive. At number 4, I have Alfred Inchon.
Who that?
He played in Harry Potter, and he played in How to Get Away with Murder. He was the main actor.
Oh, the young guy.
I think he.
The big tall. What was buddy name? On How to Get Away with West. Yeah, West. Yeah. He is. Oh, he is one. He is an actor from over there. He is. Or Alfred Enoch.
Enoch.
Yes, and at number 3 I have Digimon Hansu.
Who that?
He did Tarzan. He was the leader of the black
Kamora Lee Simmons ex-husband.
Right.
Yeah. That's
he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
What's the movie? The African movie. Amistad.
Blood Diamond.
And Blood Diamond. He's in Blood Diamond too, but Amistad is
he's in Shazam. And
he's
in Shazam.
he is. He is Shazam. Yeah, he is. That's a nigga who been acting a long time.
I feel like he hasn't been typecast. I feel like,
and he hasn't either. He's done a lot of shit. He's in fucking
He's in Gladiator too.
He's in Gladiator.
He is in Gladiator.
He's in that movie with the British intelligence. The suits with
Kingsman.
The Kingsman. He's in the latest King. He's done a lot. Like he's been in a lot of shit.
You don't like the Kingsman.
He's also.
I don't like the last one.
Have you really watched it? It took me a couple of times.
I've tried to watch it.
It's actually really good. It doesn't explain It actually does explain the Kingsman. Because the main actor, his last name is King.
Mm-hmm.
His son dies, and that's why he goes on to this ramp of making, honorable men.
Yeah.
Stuff. But he did a great part in that movie. He really did. He started off as like the servant and ended up being one of the top ranked.
Yeah.
Kings.
Now, but he's done a lot. That's a good pick. He's done a whole. Yeah, he's done a whole lot. He's done a whole lot.
I've seen him a
lot. Yeah, he's done a lot.
I love Daniel
Kaluuya.
I think he's amazing, and I think, to me, once he did Get Out, he won everybody's heart. Yeah. Like he just killed that shit.
And he's one of those actors who's outspoken when it comes to like black plight.
Yeah.
Like I saw him on Brian shit, The Shop, like just talking about the black plight and talking about the same thing we talking about when it comes to being a European actor, taking these American jobs or portray these American characters and shit. Like he deep. I really fuck with Daniel Kaluuya or something like that.
Are we saying his name right?
That's what I said. It's something like that.
It might be I don't know. Kaluuya. It's a 2 U's and a Y and an A at the end. So I don't know. Kaluuya.
At number 1, I can't go with Idris Elba. As much as I love Idris Elba, I just feel like I don't know, he's getting typecast now at a point where it's just like everything he does is just, I feel like I'm watching him in the same shit.
Yeah, because he old now. Idris old.
So I'm gonna have to go with Chad Wati, the guy from American Gangster.
Yeah. Doctor Strange.
So basically,
12 years.
Number 1.
Yeah. 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, he's done a lot in the amount of time that he's done it. So
yeah, and again, he's another person that don't get typecast. He does a bunch of different roles.
Idris Elba's we seeing the same movies.
He's Idris Elba.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, have a seat.
Man, I forgot his name in The Wire. He did his thing in The Wire, man.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Stringer Bell.
Stringer.
Guys, just for the females, it's Cynthia Erivo, Freeman, Carmen Edu.
Shout out to the
UK
to
the female
women.
UK actresses. When we get the segment, we'll do a segment for you too. We don't exclude nobody on the ASO.
Yeah, shout out to my girl Zuri. You know what I'm saying?
Latia, right?
Yeah, Latia.
Right.
No, shout out to her.
The person I named was Tharon Newton. She was in Mission Impossible 2. She was the main girl where she shot herself with like the poison.
Oh yeah, she's the light skinned girl. She's in For Color Girls.
Yeah.
She's done a lot. She's in
Sparkle. She was on that HBO show too.
She's on that the HBO show with the box.
Westworld,
the robots. Westworld, yeah. Westworld. She's a really good actress. She's another one who's done a lot.
But I've heard, not to get off the subject, but I've heard Viola Davis say that she'll go against her in an interview. I mean, like a casting call, and she'll walk right when she first started. She'll walk right out because she know that she wouldn't get it.
Right, she'll see her like, oh yeah, it's quiet.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
So to hear Viola Davis say that, it's kind of big.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, she's a really good actress, and she's again another one who does all types of roles.
That's true.
Because I used to watch Westworld first couple seasons.
Yeah,
if you realize I watched that and Mission Impossible over and over.
Yeah, that was Mission Impossible too.
Yeah, I love that one. That one was the best one to me. But
she's definitely done
like
a lot.
The first two of the Mission Impossible series is like the best ones, and then it's one of those franchises that they just kept it going.
I like Mission Impossible 2. I like the one where
you heard him so?
I like
that's the one with the Superman.
The one with Superman. I like that one a lot. I don't know which one it is.
How many Mission Impossibles are there now?
Like
5, 6?
Yeah, something like that.
You know what he needs to do though? He needs to go into the Fast Furious world.
Who's Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise can't go into Fast. He gonna take over Fast, and Fast is over. So, but yeah, both great lists. Well, all of us had great lists. Of course, mine was the best. But shout out to all the black actors. You know,
shout out to everybody that's black. Shout out to everybody doing their thing. Shout out to all the black actors and actresses doing their thing.
Yeah.
ASO supports you all. That being said, it's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another City Podcast. Your boy John, my guy Dev in front, my co-host Bree in the back. And we are